What's happening, guys? Tony Jones here with Firebird Targets to go over archery and crossbows. A question we get a lot about when it comes to Firebird signal marker. Do they work? Yes, if you do it right and you are prepared to lose your crossbow bolt or your arrow. Cannot stress this enough. You are going to lose this. You are shooting at a detonating target and you have to use a hardwood backer or steel, or it's not going to work. Be prepared to lose your bolt. Just saying, that's what's going to happen. No ifs, ands, or buts. Now I'm going to go over how to properly do it and how not to do it. Like I said, hardwood backer steel. You're going to want to stay away from straw. You're going to want to stay away from hay. You're going to start a fire. You're going to want to stay away from foam. You're going to want to stay away from the hard rubber. None of that's going to work. Even at the close ranges, it's just not a hard enough backer to detonate the target. The arrow's going to be shedding so much velocity at longer ranges, you want to stick up close. 50 feet minimum safe distance is going to be your best success. When it comes to signal marker, especially if you're doing gender reveal, 4th of July, any of those, don't be a hero. We know everybody's the best shot in the world. Don't risk it. You're hitting a 65 millimeter target, hence the name 65 Bio. Stick to close range targets. Unless you could Robin Hood every shot, don't try to stretch it out there. There's some people out there that can, more power to them, but don't be upset if you miss. I'm telling you right now, stick to the closer ranges for the best chance of success. You still have to hit inside the printed ring to get this to detonate and have the biggest effect. When it comes to signal marker, inside the printed logo signal marker, aim for the Firebird logo right there, because you still have to pierce that and hit inside the printed logo on the Firebird target to make the whole package go off. Best chance of success. I'll be demonstrating that here in a minute. Now, for all this to work, you have to have the right tool for the job. You can't have a cheap compound bow, a recurve, or a cheap crossbow. You need something that actually has quite a bit of horsepower behind it. You're shooting on average a 325 grain shaft with a 100 grain tip, or 125 grain tip. Anybody that shoots archery or crossbows knows you're going to be shedding velocity as soon as this thing comes out. If it doesn't have the horsepower coming out and you're shedding velocity immediately, on impact it's not going to work. You want to stick to the higher crossbows and compound bows. You want to be 250 feet per second or higher at 50 feet, especially when shooting the 325 grain shafts. If you're going to stretch it any farther than that, you want to go into the 350 feet per second to the even 400s. I'm not joking, guys. If you're going to go to the archery crossbow realm, if you don't want to be disappointed, use a quality tool. Now, let's demonstrate, and I'm going to burn a bolt so you don't have to. I'm doing this just to prove a point. Check this out. We have the 65 Bio down there, and we're going to attempt to detonate it. Dead center hit. Well, there's a perfectly destroyed shaft. Dead center. Give me my vane back. So there's the vane. There's the impact. And there's your wasted bolt. I did that to prove a point and show you what not to do. Now let's blow something up and show you the correct way. Now we're going to put it on a 2x4 pressed up against my shooting steel and show you how it's supposed to work. Not going anywhere. I just want to make a big chalk mess, so I'm going to throw a signal marker on here at the same time. Lightly press that in there. Let's blow something up. All right, here's hoping I don't miss. Evidently I hit it. All righty. Well, that's some success. That's a little crispy. Like I said, you're gonna lose your bolt or your arrow shaft. That thing's toasted. Board, gone. But we had success. That's all that matters. Hope that helps you out when shooting archery or crossbow when it comes to Firebird and signal marker. Now go get yourself a pack of Firebird and enjoy your day at the range.